When Serra left Old California, now known as Baja California, and entered New California, as shown in this 1787 map by Diego Troncoso, he was an old man who came to uncharted territory. Here he would rise above the life of an ordinary man. Recall that he discerned God's call to be a missionary and sacrificed so much by leaving his loved ones to serve Christ by serving strangers. He even shared with the governor that if the natives should kill him, that they should be forgiven and pardoned. He tried his best to learn native languages so that he could help them understand the faith, which he wasn't so hot at. Okay, he had a tough go of that. He stood up for justice, penning what has been coined by historians as the Native Bill of Rights. And he was also a man of his time, using self-flagellation as a form of penance and upholding corporal punishment, both common practices during Serra's day. For many, it is not a shock that Pope Francis dispensed of the usually required second miracle. Serra's life is the second miracle. He was 5 feet 2 inches, short by even the standards of his time. He voluntarily left the comforts of home, knowing full well he would never return. On his first night in New Spain, just outside Veracruz, he was bitten by an insect. It would cause him great pain, off and on, for the rest of his life. He was asthmatic. He was only expected to live a few days. We know this because he was baptized just hours after he was born. And look at what he accomplished. He lived 70 years, 9 months, and 4 days. The average lifespan in the late 18th century for a male was between 30 and 40 years. I think his life was one well lived. Many of us already knew this, having prayed to him to intercede on our behalf for many, many years. Now, Serra's legacy. These numbers come from the Early California Population Project at the Huntington Library in San Marino, California, close to Pasadena. They're presented in 2006. They're from Mission Records, right? The numbers are based on records between 1769 and 1863. Serra's legacy was 101,000 baptisms, 28,000 marriages, 71,000 burials at all 21 missions and from the Los Angeles Plaza Church and the Santa Barbara Presidio. As Jeffrey Burns, retired archivist of the Archdiocese of San Francisco, put it in an American Magazine article, what we Catholics celebrate with the canonization is not a failed missionary policy, and certainly not the death of so many indigenous people. What we celebrate is a man burning with missionary zeal who loved and engaged the native people of California.